the Red Army's forgotten tank hunters. In countless war movies, Red Army soldiers are shown firing huge anti-tank rifles, dramatic, heroic, and deadly accurate. But real life was far less cinematic. Anti-tank rifles appeared back in World War I, when the first tanks rolled onto the battlefield. They were basically oversized rifles firing armor-piercing bullets meant to punch through thin steel. By the late 1930s, nearly every army had them, except the Soviet Union. In the USSR, designers like Rukavishnikov built experimental 14.5mm rifles, but mass production never began. Soviet command believed German tanks already had armor up to 60mm thick. Too much for any rifle. They thought only cannons could deal with them. But the first months of the war proved that belief wrong. Around one-third of German tanks had thin armor, just 30 to 35mm, and even the better protected Panzer III and Panzer IV could be penetrated through their side armor, in the lateral projection, by a well-aimed shot. In the summer of 1941, Soviet engineers Vasily Degtyaryov and Sergei Simonov were ordered to design new rifles immediately. From concept to test firing took just 22 days, an incredible record. The result? The PTRD-41 and PTRS-41. Both used the same 14.5mm cartridge and could pierce early war German armor, if the gunner was skilled, calm, and close enough. Yet these rifles were never the tank killers that films made them out to be. A well-placed shot might wound or kill a crew member, usually the driver, or damage the running gear, immobilizing the tank. But even then, a disabled tank could still fire its cannon and machine guns. Still, for Soviet infantry, stopping a tank even for a moment was already a victory. By 1943, German armor had become far thicker. Tigers and Panthers were nearly immune to small-caliber fire. Yet Soviet riflemen kept using their weapons against lighter vehicles, armored cars, gun crews, and bunkers. Anything that steel-piercing bullets could damage became a target. The anti-tank rifle wasn't a miracle weapon. It was a symbol of desperate resistance. It gave ordinary soldiers a fighting chance against machines of steel, and for many, it meant one thing: they could still fight back.